Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. In this video, I'll talk about how I managed to get good at Python programming and SQL. Okay, so prior to that, I'll quickly give my educational background. I did my BTech in Electronics and Communication. So during my 4 years, I had zero exposure to programming or databases. And after that, I worked with a company called Cognizant Technology Solutions. I was with that company for about 3 years, and there I got exposed to a bit of SQL, but not much. I got exposed to other technologies, but let's not talk about them. But and so with my 3 years experience at Cognizant, I got exposed to SQL queries, and after that, I decided to pursue a master's in big data analytics. So that's where I moved to France, and while I was pursuing my master's in France, Toulouse Business School, during the ninth month, we were compelled to look for internships. So that is where I managed to grab an internship at Ironhack Paris. I managed to grab the teaching assistant position. I was an intern. So people who don't know, Ironhack, it's a tech school that offers different courses. They provide boot camps. Okay, and they were launching a new course, data analytics, and this is back in 2019. Okay, so I joined as a teaching assistant, where my job description said I am supposed to help students with their Python code and SQL code. So day one, I started my work, and it was horrible. I thought that I knew Python a bit. I thought that I can help students, but my first day, it was terrible. When students used to ask me questions, I used to go blank. Out of 5 or 6 questions, I barely used to solve 1 or 2. And the second day, it was the same. Out of 5-6 questions asked by students, I used to solve barely 1. And the third day, I decided to give up. I thought that I cannot help students with their Python code, so I decided to give up. But my lead teacher, the lead teacher who was teaching, he pushed me, he encouraged me to not to give up, and his name is Elias. I'm still thankful to him till date. I pushed myself to not to give up, and what I used to do was, so students used to get exercises every day which they have to solve. So what I used to do was, I used to practice those exercises prior, a night before, and I used to practice them a lot. I used to solve all the exercises in different approaches. So I used to spend like 4 to 5 hours every night just by solving those lab exercises which the students have to solve next day. So the next day, I was prepared, and when students used to ask me questions, I was able to solve slowly. After 2 or 3 weeks after helping students with their code, when I look back, my learning curve with Python, it went exponentially. It grew exponentially, because out of 10 questions asked, I was able to solve all the 10 questions, and also in different approaches. So that is where I got good with Python programming, by helping students with their Python code. So bottom line, from my experience, I would say, if you are trying to learn something, if you are trying to learn to code or programming or anything, teaching is the best way to learn. Because when you teach, when you help students, you try to solve the problems in their approach. So it's I will not go much deep into this, but from my experience, I can say teaching is the best way to learn something. Okay, so that is how I learned Python, that is how I learned SQL, that is how I learned Tableau, and that is how I got good with it. Because I was teaching for about 1.5 years. I worked with Ironhack for about 1.5 years, and I learned a lot. And after that, I joined some other company. I will talk about that company in my upcoming videos. If you are really interested, please do leave a comment in the comment section. Okay, so this is the first approach. If you are trying to learn something, teaching is the best way to learn, or I would say helping others learn is the best way to learn. Okay, now the second approach, since many of you may not get the opportunity to train or to teach others, I would say the other approach is by practicing a lot, trying to solve lots and lots of exercises, lots and lots of problems. And in order to practice, in order to solve real-time problems, you can go to, there are two websites which I highly recommend to every student. One is HackerRank and the other is LeetCode. Okay, so these two are an amazing platforms where you can practice your programming skills. Okay, so in HackerRank you can, let me show you how it looks like. I have it open here. So for example, HackerRank, I have it open here and I want to prepare SQL. You can see it here, SQL. You have options here, check boxes. If you want to practice the SQL basics, if you want to, the difficulty level is easy. Yes, one thing, so try to solve all the easy and medium from HackerRank and LeetCode. If you manage to do these two for both Python and SQL, if you manage to solve all the easy and medium levels of both Python and SQL, then there is 90% probability that you can crack any interviews. You can crack most of the interviews. Okay, and if you manage to solve all the hard also, then there is no doubt that you got very good with Python and SQL. And these websites also provide certifications. So if you get certified in, you can get three levels of certifications: easy, medium and hard. So if you are certified, you can show your certifications in LinkedIn, which can add value to your profile. So this is another approach, by solving lots and lots of problems in HackerRank and also in LeetCode. Let me show you what LeetCode looks like. Yeah, here it is. This is how it looks like. You can see here you have the options to select the difficulty level. Start with easy always, of course, and slowly move to medium and then to hard. Okay, but please, if you are someone who is preparing for interviews, if you are someone who is practicing to get good with Python or SQL or any other programming tools, so HackerRank and LeetCode are the two best places where you can test your abilities. Okay, so this is all for now in this video. And if you really like my comment, if you really like my content, if you like my thought process, please do let me know in the comment section. This will help me make more videos. And if you think that I can help you in any way, please do write me personally on LinkedIn. You can find my LinkedIn link in my about section. I'll be happy to help you. Okay, thank you guys. Keep learning, keep coding, and have a good day.